Hey everybody, it's Carol Tice here, and I wanted to present a couple of my students to you who have some tips for you on how to grow your income rapidly. Something interesting happened in my Dent2X Income Accelerator Mastermind program this year, and that's that students blew the doors off. It's supposed to be a 6 to 12 month program to double your income, and quite a few of the students by month 4, they had already doubled their income. So I wanted to hop on a video with some of them and find out what they did that paid off so quickly. I feel like it's always hard to imagine that your income could really dramatically increase when you're a freelance writer. If you're struggling along at 20K a year or 30 or even 50, but you want 100, it's hard to envision the road to twice as much as you're earning now. So take a listen to what these two have to say, and I think it's going to give you a lot of tips on actions you can take right now to start growing your income. Enjoy. Hey, it's Carol, and I'm here with Celeste. I wanted to weigh in with you because, yeah, you made this comment on the Slack on our Dent2X group that you had been making like 300 a month kind of occasionally, and you went way up, and we're only at month 4 or so of Dent2X. So I wanted to hear about how I'm kind of checking in with rapid builders, people who have managed to go up way faster than I think this program can double people's income. And so I wanted to just hear about what you did and where you're at now and how you got there.
Okay, I was at $300 a month doing occasional helping out another editor. It was terrible, yeah. And I had made much more in the past. So the main thing that helped me so far was optimizing my LinkedIn. I had no idea how well that could be a marketing machine.
I know. So many people don't. They're just, I mean, a million writers are just like, LinkedIn, I'm just not on there. I don't know.
Yeah, no one goes on, blah, blah, blah. And it was insane. This one particular client I got came from, it was an inbound lead from LinkedIn. We didn't even get to sending out marketing material yet. It came to me. And
right.
So,
this is in month 2 where we're doing inbound, where you build up your LinkedIn, build up your writer website, and make it attract the clients that you want.
Exactly.
So they came through that.
Right. And at first I was really skeptical because it came to me. So
I get that reaction a lot where people are like confused and dismayed by inbound leads because they've never gotten them before. They're like, is it a scam? And it's like, no, when you're doing your marketing right, people will contact you and want you to work for them.
Yes, and I was floored, and I sent them a price that was way out of what I would normally send. And I thought, okay, this has got to be a scam. And I think you encouraged me because I ran it by you. And I said, they want a meeting. And I thought, they're going to rip me off. But you said, I would take it. So I took the meeting, and it turned out to be a legitimate company, and they didn't balk at my prices. And so now I've got them on a 2-month retainer for now. So
a starter contract.
Right, a starter contract to make sure it works for both sides. All things I never would have done before this class. Never. I would have let them negotiate me down. I would have let them try out my work. All things I didn't know how to do before.
I have a feeling you might not have taken the meeting. That you might have just kind of blown it off.
Probably. Had you not told me to jump on it, I would have thought, oh, that's too good to be true.
So it sounds like you sent them what we like to think of in Dent2X as the FU pricing, the like, okay, I don't know, I think it sounds good, so I'm just going to name a big number and see if you run away. And then sometimes they don't.
They don't, and that's a thrill when it's a real offer. And and you treat yourself like a serious business. That's the difference. I was not doing that before. I was thinking, I need an agency to get these big clients. Who am I just by myself,
No. I think there's a real category of companies out there that are sort of, they've either done agencies before and had a bad experience and don't want to do them now because of the experience that they had of playing telephone through the agency to the writer, and or they know that you're talking about some 5 or 10 grand a month commitment to sign up with an agency, and they don't want to spend that much And I think there's a whole kind of ribbon of people who have real marketing money, but aren't at that level and don't want to do that. And they're for
Mhm.
us. Yeah. And they're
That's
thrilled.
true. That's true because then they work directly with us. They like the price and it works for us, and we cut out that middle layer of bureaucracy and you know all the extra charges. It's amazing what you
Exactly.
can charge the clients.
Yeah, they know there's a big markup there.
Oh, of
So
course.
some of them are smart enough to look and feel like I could vet my own writer
Mm-hmm.
and save
Right.
a fortune, and they do it. So and so what does your monthly look like now that you landed this client?
With another client, I got through using the low hanging fruit referrals. I got another one, so it looks like about 2,500 this month. And for the I know,
So that is like 8x in month
yes, pretty much.
4.
I'm at
Oh my
8x.
God. All I can say is, this Den 2X Income Accelerator began life as a 12-month program to double your income. That was my vision, was that I could get it done reliably for people, and students just continue to blow my mind about how rapidly they can implement things, how hard they want to go at it, how motivated they are,
Right.
and the results they can get really early into the program.
Mm-hmm.
You
Yeah, I'm
know,
bored. I
so
really
I want to
am.
circle back and learn about what you did to your LinkedIn.
Oh, okay. I took pretty much all the suggestions. My proof bar I thought was a big one because I had some good clients before through an agency, but I was needing to show off those names. I needed to put my contact info in there, change the about to make it more about the client than about me. Before I was one of those I am this, all about
I
me.
do this and I do that.
Right.
I am this and I am that. That's what I call it. Yeah, and that's what everybody writes. Me, 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 me. Or in agency speak, they say you're weeing all over your copy because they say we do this and we do that. You know,
Right. So,
yeah, it really, all of those things really set you apart. Contacts they can find, because people
mhm,
don't realize that if you were not connected, you can't open my contacts and you can't
right.
see inside my profile.
Hmm.
You can only see what's in like the header and the about and the tagline.
That's
You
true.
got to get them there. And so,
Mhm.
what did you go with for a handle for your?
Uh, I know it was approved. I didn't just wing it.
Yeah, I'm sure you weren't winging it. Because everyone wants 87 reviews of their LinkedIn profile on Den2X. That's, we do a lot of tweaking and
Yeah. Well, the
refining.
thing is, listening to the other ones really helped because my questions were answered that way. Most of mine.
Yeah, let me bring up your profile. I'll edit all that out.
E-commerce, finance, retail.
Oh, right. So I remember this proof bar because we kept trying to get it so the Facebook would show better. And
Yes,
I
and I
guess we
need to
backed
move
that, but
them.
we know what's back there. And
Right.
yeah, like this is just a really nice, short, punchy proof bar of clients. I know people who slather it with many, many names. And I think
Mhm.
this is a powerful approach,
I
to
think so.
just kind of pick the 5 biggest things you got and
Right.
put them in one line. And yeah, it just immediately visually communicates. I'm a
Mhm.
pro. I do this all the time. I've been doing it. I've had real clients. And
Right.
that just immediately sets you apart from everybody who's like freelance writer at self-employed, desperately looking
Mhm.
for work, and you get no immediate evidence that they've done anything really. You
That's
can't
true.
tell if you would be their first client ever,
Hmm. And you don't know
because
if
a
they're
lot
a
of
poet or
authority.
they're writing science fiction. You don't know what kind of writer they are at all.
Right.
And
Exactly.
and that also, I remember that getting to 500 connections was important too. And I had no idea about that because I had about 350. It wasn't like I didn't have any. And
I learned that from my students.
yeah, that's
Going,
amazing.
I don't know, I passed 500 connections and now all of a sudden I'm getting all these responses and comments and traffic and connection invites. And we kind
Right.
of all learned together that over
Mhm.
500 connections on LinkedIn starts to care about you.
Right. It
They start to
starts to
think,
work.
oh, this person is seriously using the platform.
Right.
It was a
And
magic number that we discovered.
there's so much to use it for too, where I never would have known that.
Oh,
Mhm.
yeah. Well, I am thrilled that inbound is working for you and that you're one of the more than 2x in month 4. people in the current 2X class. And thanks
Yes,
for sharing your story about it.
of course. Thank you.
Hey, it's Carol, and I'm here with Neil Pope, who's sort of one of my star pupils in this Den2X class. And Neil, I love your story because I hear from so many writers who, are like, I'm in a tiny town, I'm an expat living in some place abroad, and so how will I ever find clients and how will I ever make this work? And so you live in rural Thailand, not even in a big city, and you are one of the people who has more than 2x by month 4 of of 2x. I'm going to have to keep adjusting how long this program is, because I think it's a 12-month program to double your income, but you all keep proving me wrong. So talk about where you started in this program, where you were at.
Oh, okay, so when I started, I had one big client. I'd been writing for about 4 years and I'd really backed myself into a corner. My income was going down instead of up. I wasn't pitching to new clients. I wasn't doing any marketing. So there was a lot of big holes missing.
And what was your income like?
My income, I'm ashamed to say, it was $30 per day. And that was for writing 1,000-word articles that I had to find the photos for and upload myself as well. So it was quite an involved process, yeah.
So it was like what, six, $700 a month or something?
Something like that, yeah. I think when we did the hourly rate, we figured it was about $7 an hour or something pitiful. Yep.
And apparently, despite what some of you may hear about living in rural, developing countries, apparently that wasn't cutting it to live on, even in rural Thailand. So, so yeah, you really dug in hard and were like going, I don't know, all cylinders from like minute one. You were one of those people who are like, I'm already pitching. And I'm like, that's not till month 4. You were just like, go, 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 go. So what paid off for you? Talk about the clients you got and how you got them.
yeah. So month one was just a kind of getting used to Slack and, pairing up with people. You gave me some really good one-to-one advice. And after I followed that, about 2 days later, in month 2, I got an email saying, "Hey, would you like to pitch some ideas for us for our blog?" Which I did. I sent off 15 of them. They rejected one and took 14 of them. And all of a sudden, my pay had gone up from $30 to $100 an article, just from following this advice.
And so where did this prospect come from?
They read my articles on LinkedIn, and
Yeah.
and they said, "Hey, we like what you're doing. Can you do the same thing for us?" So that was an instant pay increase right there. The other
Yeah.
thing,
But
I found.
also, I just want to stress that, like, I think you do have a lot of creative ideas. And so you did a giant multi pitch, and I've done this too and gotten a bunch of assignments at once, but I think 6 is my record. So I think you have
Oh
me
wow.
beat on that. Of like, yeah,
Yeah,
I have a bunch of ideas about that. Here they all are.
yeah,
I've done that. And sometimes I feel like it can backfire because it's like too many, it's too much, it's overwhelming. But it
yeah.
sounds like they liked your ideas.
They did, but that brings me back to the other things that I found useful. Is that the Slack group is really helpful for keeping on track as well. Just to have a group of people who are all going through similar things. You've got experts like yourself and Angie. I can always bounce ideas off, and it's just kept me really focused. So along with the Slack group, there's the marketing plan. It's really been invaluable. I'm finding it difficult to pinpoint one thing.
I know you worked LinkedIn hard, so
Yeah,
you have other new clients that came in as well, right?
right. Yep. But
And
they've all been inbound leads, honestly. So
from LinkedIn.
yeah, I think because I'm a little bit behind in the course, so I haven't started outbound marketing yet. So these are all inbound leads. So I mean, I wake up almost every day to a new email saying, "Hey, can you send us some ideas or write this article?" Or
I don't think you're behind in the course
yeah.
because the point of the course is to grow your income.
Mm,
So if you can build the kind of inbound where you get all your leads on inbound and your income keeps growing and you're happy, it's not like you have to go do 100 pieces of outbound marketing a month. I
yeah.
don't have any problem with that.
Yeah.
And
See,
you have a
I'm actually,
website up, right?
I'm almost,
Almost. See, so
almost.
you say you haven't done that either. So it's like you've just have done building inbound on LinkedIn. And
Yeah.
what's
See,
happened to your income?
well, I expected it to grow quite slowly, but it's just honestly, it's just shot straight up. So my hourly rate's gone from $7 to $150 an hour. I'm writing articles for $600 now instead of $30. It's just been crazy. So this month is the first month I've had since I started the course where I can just take a breath, organize things properly, and yeah,
You were too successful, too fast for
yeah,
your own good.
yeah.
Um, and so what does a monthly income look like for you now?
At the moment, it's only $3,500 to $4,000. But having said that, I mean, I woke up the other day to $1,400 worth of jobs in my inbox. And
But
I'm
2,800 is like 4x
yeah,
in month
and I'm,
four.
it is, but I'm aiming quite high now. Like I'm starting to connect with marketing managers for America, for Ford, BMW, all these really high level people in my niche. So I get the impression,
I don't see any reason why you can't be writing for them, honestly.
yeah, yep,
Um,
that's the goal.
I saw you stalking Ford, sharing their content on LinkedIn. I
Mhm.
thought that was awesome. Getting your name out there, getting in their wheelhouse, getting them looking at your stuff. And the thing is that you have some really creative automotive content. That one with all the cars that are shaped like rhinoceroses and
Yeah,
spiders, and you have some like eyeball grabbing stuff that you've led with, and I think that's been a big factor.
yeah.
That it's really unusual content. It's not the same old, and I think that's been a secret sauce.
Yeah, I've been putting a lot of effort lately into studying the top writers, learning how to tell a good story, being able to pair that with visually appealing materials so that it not only appeals to people who are interested in cars, but just people who are interested in a good story. And that's so important. But
Absolutely,
yeah,
absolutely. Like I read zero automotive content, and I
yeah,
was just like, a car that looks like a rhinoceros. I'm reading this.
yeah,
Yeah, I feel like the study that you're doing is like I can see it paying off. I see the
yeah,
results, and obviously
yeah,
the paycheck sees the results.
yeah,
I'm so
absolutely
excited
incredible.
for you because I remember how like totally desperate you were when you got in. You were just like, oh my God, I need to feed my family here. And yeah, I like things have to change and they have to change fast. I can't wait to see what happens once you have a website and maybe you do a little proactive marketing to the people you've been stalking and targeting. And
Yeah, I'm
yeah,
honestly, I'm so excited to get to work every day, check my emails, check my LinkedIn. It's a complete change in attitude. And a lot of that's been from what you've been instilling in everybody to have the confidence to put yourself out there.
I'm glad you bring that up because I do think that, when you're earning low, it's demoralizing and like
Oh,
it
yeah.
can really get into your head instead of just being like, hey, I'm underachieving. I need to do more to build my business. I need to treat it like a business.
Yep.
I guess I think that's, you know, Den 2X in one sentence. So we teach you
Yeah.
to treat this like a business. And, but, I love hearing that, you're just excited to see like what's dropped in your inbox. Um, what a great way to be. And instead of like all nail biting, like, oh my God, what am I going to do?
Yeah. It was really, when I started the course, it was really make or break for me. Like I had to make this work. And just to be able to bounce ideas off you and Angie and have a marketing plan in place and have people point out exactly where I was going wrong and sort of steer me in the right direction. It's made such a difference. Like, I really can't believe it.
It's a big time saver. Yeah.
Yeah.
And as opposed to trying to figure it all out kind of on your own, I think. All right. Well, cool. I'm so excited for the success that you're having. And thanks for sharing, what makes it happen for you.
No problem, Carol, and thank you for all your hard work in putting this course together. It's really life changing.
So inspiring, exciting. I hope so. Pretty uplifting stories of people really earning a lot more in a short period of time. Excited to bring this to you. And if you're interested in learning more about what goes on in the Den2X Income Accelerator Mastermind group, a new class is starting soon. Just take a look at the buttons down at the bottom and links and go check it out.